Jefferson High School just finished its 5th school year since it was built.
Along with its construction came other new buildings and developments in northwestern Sioux Falls. In tonight's Eye on Kelloland, Sydney Hoyer shows us how the school is playing a role in that growth.
Construction of Jefferson High School wrapped up in 2021. It wasn't long after the school's opening that several businesses and homes started to appear.
All the commercial and residential that immediately started popping up around it was pretty crazy.
The development wasn't necessarily surprising. When other Sioux Falls high schools opened, something similar happened, so the city knew what to expect.
We do see a lot of residential, but also with high schools, they're typically located on arterial streets because obviously they drive quite a bit of traffic. So that we also do see some commercial uses.
One of those nearby businesses is Cool's Car Wash, which sits just across the street from the school.
When we started looking around at different areas in the city that would need something like this, northwest side of Sioux Falls kind of popped out to us, and the more that we kind of zoomed in on a perfect spot, we noticed Jefferson High School. We knew that there would be a lot more development around Jefferson High School.
New construction hasn't stopped just across the street from Jefferson. The development continues in every direction.
We're over on to about La Mesa on the west side of that. That's probably the point where it'll stop for a little while. We've got sanitary sewer challenges on that west side, so that's what we call Tier 2. So sanitary sewer won't be out there till about 2036, so about 10 years.
Just a few miles north of Jefferson is the future site of Smithfield Foods. Despite pushback from some community members, both Bieber and Siggety say the development continues.
We'll probably see even a kick in with some more apartments in the next couple of years.
We have a lot of people who are not only want to live in this area, they're working in this area.
But with growth comes more traffic. Between students driving to school and employees heading to work, the streets in northwest Sioux Falls are busy.
If I can avoid the Jefferson High School traffic versus when I don't, to get myself across town to work. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a 20-30 minute difference.
That traffic is one of the reasons Siggety is hoping for a change on a 2-mile stretch of Marion Road between Maple and 60th.
Right now it's a 2-lane country road basically. There's no curb and gutter, there's no lights. If people want to walk, they're walking on the side of the road, which is very, very narrow. And so I immediately asked, like, hey, when is this going to be finished into a 4-lane with lights, curb, gutter? And it was like 13 years out. And so I immediately said, no, we've got to make this more of a priority.
Although the road's expansion is now in the city's 5-year plan, there are no immediate changes being made.
I wouldn't say the near future, but obviously it's in the long-range transportation plan.
While traffic has its negative effects, it can also be a positive for businesses.
The community's awesome. There's been a lot of traffic, and I'm hoping just more to come with the longer period that we're here.
Safety on that portion of Marion is the other reason Siggety is hoping for a change soon.
Public safety is not just fire and police. I mean, those are important elements, obviously, but it's also infrastructure and making sure our roads are safe and making sure people can bike and walk, especially with all the students up in this area that maybe aren't driving.
The city continues to see additions in northern Sioux Falls, but without the construction of Jefferson High School, it could have looked a lot different.
I would say the development would be a lot slower. Foundation Park was still going to develop regardless if the school was up there or not, but I think we wouldn't have seen as many like Jefferson Heights addition or that land north of the school, Ben Rifle School up there.
But new homes, businesses, and people in the area is what Siggety says makes it so special.
This is just like our own community. I've always said that so many of the people in northwest Sioux Falls aren't from Sioux Falls. They're just like myself. I'm from a small town, and we kind of have still that feeling out in this part of town that neighbors helping neighbors.
With Eye on Kelloland, I'm Sydney Hoyer.
According to Bieber, 2021 and 2022 saw a spike in how many acres were added to Sioux Falls.